I'm filming this video about 10 days before its release date. Not only because I see the efficiency in batching content, but because I'm taking 8 days off and I want to enjoy my break instead of wondering what will happen to my business while I'm away. As you will have guessed from the title, this is what I want us to talk about today. Taking time off as a business owner and how to plan it so that you and your business don't suffer. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alisa and I have been running my business, The Savvy Corner, since 2017. During that time, I've had my highs and lows like everyone else, but I did reach a point of burnout that made me realize how important my health and well-being are. I won't go into details here. I wrote an article about my experience that I will link in the description box if you're interested in my story. The title of the article is "The Best Way to Serve Others is to Take Care of Yourself First." And I truly believe that, especially if you are a coach or consider yourself to be part of the helping professions. We care so much about other people, serving our clients, helping them solve whatever problems they are experiencing, that we forget about ourselves in the process. And when that happens, we end up burnt out, tired, overwhelmed, and stressed. Here's the thing, we can't show up for our clients and help them if we ourselves aren't well. It took me a while to understand that, but once I did, huge shifts happened in my business. So let's talk about taking time off as a business owner and how to manage your absence so that you don't lose momentum in your business. Before we go any further though, I want to preface this video with a disclaimer. I'm not saying that you cannot completely close shop and cease any activity in your business while you take time off. Of course you can do that. That is absolutely up to you. And I did so myself for a month at the beginning of 2020 when I went to New Zealand. But also sometimes you don't have a choice. Something urgent might happen. A health-related problem might force you to take time away from your business, whatever it might be. Let's hope that's not the case. But what I'm saying is that this video is for those who want to plan a break, but they don't necessarily want their audience to feel the effects of that. That was my intention as well. I wanted to maintain some minimal activity on social media and keep the momentum going while I was away. So let me share with you how I planned my break in the hope that maybe it will offer some inspiration. The first thing I did was to create social media posts in advance for my LinkedIn profile and my Facebook page. I normally post 3 times a week, and 2 of those postings share my YouTube video for the week and a Medium article. I already had the Medium article written, as I am always a few articles ahead of my weekly postings, so I only needed to worry about the video, which was my May business favorites one. I decided to also film and schedule this video that you're watching right now because I was coming back on Monday evening and I wouldn't have had time to film, edit and post it in time for its normal release on Tuesday. Once the videos were scheduled, I could add the links to my social media posts and schedule those as well. I use Promo Republic to schedule my social media posts. I talked about this tool before, but you can use any other scheduling tool like Buffer, for example. I don't recommend you make a habit out of scheduling your posts because the platforms don't really like it and you might get penalized for it, but every once in a while it's fine. In addition to that, I prepared some social media posts for the professional coaches community, a group that I run together with 3 other colleagues. I will leave details in the description box below. It was my turn to do these postings in our Facebook and LinkedIn groups, and it was a bit short notice to ask anyone else to fill in for me. I couldn't schedule some of these, so I uploaded everything onto Google Drive, ready to be posted with a simple copy-paste. The next thing I did was to schedule the emails that I send weekly to my newsletter subscribers. They usually receive 2 emails per week, one of them being a weekly digest where I share what I was up to content-wise. This was trickier to set up because I didn't have the links to those social media posts yet. However, because I share the content with my email community, not necessarily the posts, I could simply create the email with links to the original resources like the YouTube video and the Medium article instead, which is exactly what I did. The other email was about taking time off, which had a double purpose: to highlight the importance of taking breaks and to let my audience know that I will be away. Before we move on to the next steps I took, if you're getting value from the video so far, I would appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you're inclined to leave a comment, that would make my day. It really helps to support the channel, and I thank you in advance if you do. The next thing I did was to let my one-to-one clients know that I will be away. This is because most of them send me their work for feedback, or they want my opinion on something, and I think it's good practice to give them a heads up. Depending on when their next session was booked, I gave them an indication of when I will be reading and responding to anything they might send my way while I'm on a break. As for the rest of my contacts, I've set an automatic out-of-office reply to avoid them chasing me if I don't respond to emails. I also blocked my calendar so people can't book a call or a session with me while I'm away, and that's pretty much it for the admin bit. There was, however, something else that I chose to do. I didn't have to do this, but I wanted to, and this was to prepare some of the work for the week after my return. I'm in the middle of putting some proposals together. Various people from different organizations need certain details about some events that I'll be doing with them. So I did part of that work and I sent it to them 2 weeks ahead of time, so I don't have to rush through it when I come back. Now, I'll be honest, this required a bit of work, and I did end up working for an entire weekend to get everything ready. But that was my choice because it gives me peace of mind and it allows me to fully relax and switch off when I'm away. And that's the whole point of planning a break in the way that I just described. Speaking of switching off, everything I talked about so far is great, but those are external things. However, you also need to do some internal work if you want to have a true break. If you're constantly checking your email or social media while you're away, then all this would have been for nothing because you're not actually taking a break. Your mind is still in work mode. And if that's true for you, ask yourself where that constant need to work comes from and what can you do to mitigate it. One example that comes to mind is the fact that you might only have one source of income, coaching for example. Therefore, when you're not there, your business is not generating revenue. If that's the case and you're ready to explore other sources of income, I have a video with 15 suggestions which I will link for you here and in the description box below. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you might want to check out these 2 videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alisa, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.